Well, hello, Facebook family. I don't know how well you can see me sitting here. I'm trying this off of my laptop. This is the first time I've done this, so I don't know how well you all are going to be able to see me. But I got inspired, wanted to share some things with you. Maybe I should move myself there for a moment so you can you can see me for a little bit. So it's been an interesting journey these past couple of days. For those who are saying hello and what have you, I cannot read, so sorry if I cannot see the comments just yet. Trying to see, hello Denise, hello Fernando, hello Annette, wonderful to see all of you. So it's been an interesting journey the last couple of days since my last live video, day before yesterday, very unlike me. I had a brief moment. You know, in my videos I've always talked about how we're meant to, you know, have a moment. You know, if we're feeling something, we're meant to feel it full out. And, you know, just like a child does, you know, have your moment, have your tantrum, feel your angst, worry, doubt, you know, hurt, pain, whatever, and then move through it. And so I did, and I had a freak out moment that I wanted to share with you, and also I was going to play a little harp for you live as well, due to this. If you remember from my last live video, I shared with you the exciting news about the high probability of me performing and or, so to speak, doing a sound healing evening with a gentleman who's also a musician who came to me, and then also about me teaching intuitive harp, channeled harp. So the following day after that, because that was, what was that, 3 days ago? So day before yesterday, I had a moment. Really, I started doubting myself. I was like, oh my God, you know, this is the first time in 12 years that I've played. You know, I don't play harp the way normal people do. This is meditative. It is channeled. It is, you know, not, I don't play notes the normal way, you know, and what have you. And I was like doubting myself. And then I was looking at my twin soul. And, you know, he's this master guitarist. He's been playing since the age of 6. He was voted most advanced guitarist in all of Canada in the 80s. And I'm like, right, who am I? You know, who am I to be playing the harp? Who am I? I mean, here's this master, you know, he's like freaking phenomenal, and you know, who am I to do this? And so I had this right freak out, literally, and bless his heart, my twin soul, he was there for me. It kind of started out just as a conversation we were having via text, where he was giving me some tips about, you know, teaching intuitive harp, because he saw my video and you know, me exciting news, and so he was giving me some tips and some ideas and things like that, which I really appreciate. And you know, he's just amazing, you know. And then it started me thinking, you know, the monkey mind took over. And I had this moment. I was just like, oh my God, who am I to be teaching harp? Who am I to be playing the harp? You know, here's this master musician, here's this other musician who, you know, did this gig and whatnot. And I was like freaking out. I was just so vulnerable, because it's like, you know, I have been on stage my whole life, speaking gigs in front of 5,000 people, doing platform, Akashic record readings, soul mediumship, and what have you, in front of 5,000 people in a stadium before. I've been doing this professionally over 34 years now, or something like that. And singing comes natural to me. My voice is my first instrument, and you know, I've never had a problem. But this, you know, and I'm going to move this now, but this, her. It was very weird, because I thought, right, why am I so vulnerable? You know, usually it's the other way around. Usually a musician, when they have an instrument in front of them, it's like a shield, if you will, that makes them feel less vulnerable than, you know, hey, just right here, I'm singing, you know, and that's more, you would think it's more vulnerable. For me, it was the opposite, and I sat with it, and I was like, right, what is going on? And I felt so insecure. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? You know, and then I came to realize that, you know, the master artist source would not have given me this harp for this beautiful woman who gave it to me. I would not be asking me to come forth and do this if it wasn't important, if it wasn't what was meant to be, you know, if it isn't part of my soul purpose. And so I know I can do this. It's just that, you know, I have this you know, moment, you know, and so I just kind of wanted to share it with you and let you know that, you know, just because we are highly spiritual, and me being a spiritual teacher and a leader and you know, helping those, mentoring those, doesn't mean, you know, we don't have moments. I mean, Jesus did. If you look at it from the Bible perspective, you know, Jesus had his moments in Gethsemane. You know, he said, you know, my God, why have you forsaken me? If that's not the most human thing in the world, I don't know what is. So, you know, we all have our moments. Buddha did as well. You know, when he achieved enlightenment, it didn't mean that he, you know, no longer had his moments. We all have our moments. That's what being here on this earth is about. But I'm just so... I feel very blessed to have this. And, you know, over the last couple of days, too, my twin soul has also been watching videos with George Harrison and Paul McCartney. And I had to laugh, actually, because this one interview, he did this interview, Paul McCartney did, and I can't remember who it was he did it with, but he was talking about Lady Madonna and Yesterday, and how he does these, you know, these songs that they just come through him. And he said, I don't know, I don't want to call it something. You know, obviously he's channeling it. Obviously it's source energy, the master artist, God, spirit, whatever you choose to call it, and coming through him. You know, and he was sat there at the piano and he was like, you know, it came through like do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, you know, just playing all Yesterday. And I had to laugh because when the song that I just released yesterday, actually, not the title yesterday, but the song I released yesterday, having to do with the rocks and water, the changing seas of rocks and water, and the original inspiration for that came through from a woman I mentor, and also through my twin soul, as I put in the channel. But the actual melody for it came through to me when I was sat at the bus. I was stood there at the bus, actually, waiting for the bus, and you know, here comes this melody that's channeling through source, and I'm like, right, I have nothing to write with. I was scrounging around in my handbag, and I usually have pen and paper, but I didn't have any, and I'm like, right, how? Even if I did, I don't know how to do music notation. I don't know what the notes are, which is what Paul McCartney was saying in this, you know, interview. He was saying, you know, I didn't even know, you know, that it was F flat this or, you know, what have you. I just heard the do 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 do, you know, kind of thing. And so here I am. I pull out my cell phone. I pulled out my cell phone and I started doing exactly what Paul McCartney did. Now, mind you, I didn't see this video of Paul McCartney's interview and what have you until just yesterday. So this was, what, a week ago that I did this, you know, because I was going to the shops to get me food. So here I am, I'm going, right, do, 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 you know, into the phone, this melody. And so I saved it on my phone, went and, you know, did the shops, and then I pulled it onto my laptop later, and, you know, started being on the harp and was like, right, okay, it's this, 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 you know, and it just knowing the notes from there. And so this is what it is. It's this gift from source, and I know that it's being given to me for a reason. You know, it's been given to me to help humanity and to be of a sound vibrational inspiration to all of you, and doing it intuitively. And, you know, Paul McCartney was saying, you know, I don't play the way normally, you know, normal people do. George Harrison didn't either. You know, you're supposed to be putting your hand on the guitar, you know, doing supposedly this chord. Well, he didn't. He skipped, you know, this and what have you. So, you know, there's no one way to do this. And so I want to inspire you, if you're ever thinking about playing any instrument, whether it's the harp, the Celtic harp here, which I play in A444 hertz frequency. And when I teach the intuitive heart, that's what I want to teach. I want to teach necessarily about the frequencies and about tuning in and becoming one with your heart and the harp. So I just wanted to share that with you, and to say how much I appreciate all your love and support, and to thank you, because, you know, I'm always one who follows my heart. I've followed my heart my whole entire life, and the only time that, you know, it hasn't, say, worked out has been very few times, but I follow my heart, which is one with Source's heart. So in that, Yesterday, when I sat down in my harp, this song just came pouring through me, and I've kind of named it. I started to name it "In the Flow," with intensity and passion, and then Source said to me, "Right, you forgot one piece, the love." So it's like, right, okay. So it's in the flow of love with intensity and passion. And, you know, again, it just channeled through me. And I know what I need to do now is to be more live on Facebook. I need to play in front of people more, rather than just me recording a video and then posting it up there. You know, I need to be able to get over my nervousness and feel the fear and do it anyway, feel the nervousness and do it anyway. And to be able to actually bring the sound healing forth to people. This is where Source is guiding me to. So I wanted to play this song, and this song that came through me yesterday, because I was so overwhelmed with such appreciation and love for Source, for myself, for my twin soul, for him being there for me. You know, I even said to him, you know, there were many times over many years when I was living at home in Vernon, and now Scotland, of course, is home for me, here in the Highlands. But when I was living at home in Vernon, there were many a times, even to the moments that I was actually walking to a gig, to meet him at his gig, where he would text me and say, you know, right, I'd like to go meditate at our favorite spot, you know, on the shoreline instead, you know, can I not do this gig kind of thing? And I would lovingly text him back and say, get your ass to the gig. So, you know, I've never felt that stage fright before, but as I said to you in my other video, and my post on Facebook, last Friday, a week ago, you know, I kind of got put on the spot to perform, quote unquote, and it's not about performing for me. It's about the sound healing aspect of it. It's about, you know, communion and union and connection. And, you know, what better way to do it than through playing, you know? But I was bloody nervous, and so I know I need to be able to get past that, because I'm not nervous standing up in front of 5,000 people and singing, or I'm not nervous, you know, is teaching or speaking gigs or whatnot. But for whatever reason, to move through this, I know that I'm meant to do it this way, you know, and bring this. So let's see if I can position this a little bit better, hopefully. And hopefully you can see and you'll be able to hear it a wee bit better. I need to maybe tip that up just a wee bit. So I'm going to play this song, and because I had so much love pouring through me, so much appreciation for my twin soul for the 10 plus years, you know, I don't know what to call us in terms of whether we're together or not together. Soulfully we're together, you know, we're in contact all the time. And I have said I've opened myself up to somebody else if they're meant to come in. And, you know, but my heart and my soul is with him, obviously, always will be. And this song, it poured through all the love, all the intensity, all the passion, all the everythingness of our 10 plus years together, and that mixed in with the love of Source. So I wanted to play it for you live. Forgive me if I'm a bit nervous, if I stumble over some notes, but I will play it as best as I can. And I hope you will enjoy it. I probably should put these on. It's a little easier to see the strings. So that's kind of just the shortened version of it. It actually goes through and I play it a second time, but I just played it through the first time for you. Woo! Bit nervous, but thank you for allowing me to share the oneness and the love, and to, you know, it's funny, I've died 12 times in this life and come back, literally, including 2 years ago. And I have no fear of death, but different things in life, such as playing live just now, I am shaking just a wee bit, but not much. At least I'm getting over it. But thank you for allowing me to be part of this journey with you and to share this with you. Sorry, the lighting wasn't all that great, but I was trying to do this the first time on my laptop with Facebook Live, so I will try to make the videos better in the future. But I love and appreciate all of you, and may there be more to come. Here we go. On to many more beginnings. I love you all. Espada, namaste. Shikna ayanaha, which means universal heart in light language, source energy language. Espada, which means hello, and I see the light within you. I love you all.